Lawn care and landscaping business owners, I know why you clicked on this video is because you are trying to figure out marketing as a system in your business. Maybe you've been doing a bunch of DIY efforts. They're probably on your plate. Maybe they're trickling over onto an office manager's plate. You're forcing them to become a marketing expert, and maybe it's going well, but not big enough. You know, enough is not enough. You want more for your business. And that is why you clicked on this video to hear about the $7 million full stack marketing system and how to get it. You might think that it's a good idea to go out and hire someone full time to do your marketing. But what I can tell you is usually they're not going to know the industry, right? So you're going to have to do a bunch of in-house education to get them up to speed, ready to sell. Then what you're going to run into is that someone who can do everything is going to expect a salary that reflects them doing everything. If they're going to be your entire marketing department, they're going to want your entire marketing department budget going into their paycheck. So a full-time marketer can be expensive, and you might be surprised how much work they have to do just to get the ball rolling. Not to mention, results are only going to come as fast as that one person can work. And you can do it yourself. Maybe you've been doing it yourself and having some great results on Google and Facebook. You've been organic posting, and you've been spending hundreds of hours learning, practicing, failing, reinventing the wheel. So the dream here is if you want to grow a lawn or landscaping business that you can be really proud of, if you want a business that grows on its own without you constantly getting pulled in 50 different directions, and you want a business that won't break, a business that generates a healthy profit and keeps growing year over year, if you finally want to reach 7-8 figures, you need a full stack marketing system. You need marketing as a system plugged into your business. You need a system that engages your clients at every step of the process and keeps them coming back to you again and again. You need a system that will market for your business 24/7 and help you overshadow your competitors. You need a system that positions you for massive growth this year, this fall. You know, we're coming into the end of summer here. It's time to start thinking about fall is the new spring, right? We've got all these services we need to sell, cleanups, aeration, weed control and fertilization, going into the fall, setting up for success in this next spring. We need all of that in place so that you can keep your foot on the gas pedal this fall. So in this video, I'm going to show you that system. I'm going to walk you through how it works, and I'm going to show you what a $7 million marketing system should look like in a lawn care and landscaping business. I'm going to show you the pieces that you should focus on first. If you only spend 20% of your effort here, you're going to see 80% of the results that you can get out of a massive marketing system overhaul. And if you feel like you need help getting any of this set up, I'm going to have information, but there's a link down below where you can schedule a call with me. We can talk through this for your business. We can see if working together makes sense. So hang out. We've been building out our services over the summer, and we're 100% ready to help you build your own full stack marketing system in your lawn care and landscaping business this fall. Okay, the very first thing I think you should be working on, the ultimate secret weapon in any big lawn care and landscaping business's back pocket, is hyper-local ads. Now, I've talked about this a lot on the channel. There's a bunch of different resources. Probably the main video is why your Facebook ads never work. But the big thing here is that you're targeting your pay-per-click ads on Facebook and Instagram in a way that build synergy in the business. I play a lot of board games and card games, and this is something you think about a lot when you're thinking about the strategy that works in a game. If you have two mechanics in a game that trigger on the same behavior, you're rewarded for multiple times for doing one action. That's really, really good in a game. That's synergy. That is the game coming together, and that is a strategy, right? When we're putting $1 in and we're getting $3 out. Hell yeah, all day long. So what you have to think about here is route density really benefits the maintenance side of the business. The lawn care maintenance side of the business gets big benefits from route density. You're reducing windshield time. You're increasing the profitability of every job on a route when you get another job close by. That is a big benefit that we all know about. We all try to get our routes as dense as possible. But if you're then able to come in on the marketing side and you're able to say, man, I want to target just this neighborhood, just this subdivision. These people are great customers and I want more people like them. They do you the great favor of choosing to live in that neighborhood where good customers already live. And you're going to get the benefit of targeting your ad spend specifically on that subdivision, which is good for your spending less on advertising. You're not blasting out to everyone in your service area. You're focusing on these people. You're going to get in front of them multiple times. And then when one of them signs up, they're rewarding the route density side of the business. That is that synergy. That is a strategy that will pay dividends. So this is awesome. This is the secret weapon in the marketing stack that makes everything else better. Next, what we want to talk about is a website optimization audit. Now, we're doing these for free right now. We will look at your website. This is like looking at usability and how well your website converts traffic, right? So that first step that we talked about, the hyperlocal ads, that's driving traffic to your website. But if when they get to your website, it's not good at turning them from potential leads into quote requests, then we've got a problem, right? We want to go from traffic is potential leads. They're raising their hand a little bit. We want them to convert on the website into actual leads that you have a chance to close. So we want to look through, we want above the fold, big, I'm going to go high level here, just a quick few things you can do, the little bit of work you can do to get the most benefit, the biggest bang for your buck here. It's a brightly colored call to action button that says request a quote, and just have it assume the main service that you want people to come into the business for. Keep it as simple as possible. Name, address, phone number, minimal. Maybe a service selection, a couple of check boxes. They can tell you what services they're interested in, but you want this to be something that their browser can autofill for them. That's going to reduce friction as much as possible at this point in the funnel. At every stage of this, we want to reduce friction and increase the number of people who are coming in. And if you find that like removing the service checkbox gets you a lot of tire kickers, then maybe add it back and measure your results then. But the big thing here is that get a quote button prominently featured so they know that's the next course of action. Make sure your service area is kind of broadly outlined there in some text probably. And if you can do an intro video for the company that says, hey, I'm Cody, this is Lightspeed Lawn Care. We love providing amazing outdoor services to our customers. Please look at our Google reviews and you will see how we are taking care of people in your neighborhood. Those three things, fixing those three things on your website is going to help it convert better. And obviously there's more work that we can do there. If you sign up with Lightspeed or if you request the free audit, we will go through all of that with you and some of the technical side as well. That's a little bit harder to go over in a video, but we are going to talk about SEO next. So what you want to think about with SEO, this is the part of your website that you're optimizing for the robots. Now, that being said, what Google is trying to measure is that humans have a positive experience on your website. So we want to keep them on the website longer. That communicates that there's something quality happening here. If they're spending 2 or 3 minutes on your homepage instead of 12 seconds, that's better. So that's where that company intro video comes in. Videos get people to hang around longer than text that they can quickly skim. So think about that. Think about adding some reviews to your homepage, maybe a plugin that pulls things in from Google Maps. And just think about content on the page that will keep people engaged. Good photos, but make sure that you're not uploading full resolution photos. That will slow down your page load speed, which is part of how Google measures to give you kind of like, if you think about it like SEO juice. If your page loads really slowly, that's a bad experience for someone. They might bounce. They might not even wait for it to finish loading. And so Google's going to take that into consideration when they're ranking you in the search results. Okay, and talking about Google this much brings us to our next point, and that is Google Ads. Now, Facebook ads are where we have the opportunity to warm people up who aren't thinking about lawn care and draw them into the business. So they're a different audience than Google because anyone who's seeing your ad on Google is searching something that gives a lawn care based intent. Assuming your keywords are set up correctly, you want people seeing these ads who are ready to make a buying decision, right? They have searched lawn care in my area, aeration in my area, weed control and fertilization in my area. And this is low-hanging fruit that we never want to leave behind. You can be incredibly profitable running Google Ads. The clicks are going to be more expensive than Facebook, but they're going to be better quality overall. So we want to be running Google Ads, and part of that is making sure that your Google My Business profile is updated and that you're getting a couple posts on it each month showing what you're working on. And that brings us into the next part of this, which is the organic posting side of everything. Every lawn care and landscaping business needs an organic posting strategy. Every local business needs an organic posting strategy. That's posting 3 times a week is kind of where I'd like you to be on Facebook and Instagram, and then like twice a month on your Google My Business profile. That's going to keep things fresh. And all of these tech companies work on a system of, if you play their games, you will win their prizes. So if you're giving Google and Facebook money and you're doing some posting for them, you're getting a little bit of engagement. I talked about building your Facebook page from scratch in a recent video that I'll link that just helps you kind of jumpstart that by giving you a little hack there to jumpstart that. But you want to be posting organically. You want to invite your customers to like the page, send out an email like once a quarter reminding them that the page and the Instagram exist and telling them that it would really help you out as a local business owner if they would follow your page. So get customers to sign up for that, and that gives you an opportunity to speak directly to your audience and maybe put out some content related to upsells. Remind them that like, hey, weed control and fertilization season is upon us, aeration is upon us, and outline the benefit, show a picture of some plugs pulled from a lawn, and give them an opportunity to engage with you in a way that's free to opt into an upsell. And that is the other side of this. So we've got the organic public posting side, and then we also need to be thinking about emails for upsells. So this is going to be reaching out to your list. This is, free to costing you, $15 to $20 a month if you don't already have something that can bulk send the emails for you. We use MailChimp at Lightspeed, and I really, really like it, recommend it. So what you're going to do on the email side is look at your fall upsells and outline them. Say, okay, we need to send aeration pretty soon in most places. I know that we've sent our first emails for aeration for clients. It goes out tonight as I'm recording this, so early August. Get those aeration emails lined up, 3 to 5 emails over the course of kind of do your last call right before the service is scheduled to start. And then look at when are you getting out for fertilization in the fall. You want to get people opted into that package in the fall. Don't give up after the spring, right? Keep that pedal pressed and get people back in the door in the fall for that. That is a perfect upsell opportunity. And you can probably sell them into the package that continues into the spring. And that would be fantastic. If you're able to preload some spring sales, you don't have to worry about selling those clients in the spring. They're already sold in the fall. So just remember that fall is the new spring. This is a big thing that I want to talk to people about this year, is that you have to keep selling. Don't be content with what happened in May, right? The sales you made in May are May's sales. They're not August, September, October sales. Let's keep pushing and get ready for fall cleanups. So you want to have emails to your customer list for all of that and bring it all together, right? This is a cycle that feeds itself, right? When you're doing really good on your organic posting, you're doing really good with your pay-per-click ads on Google and Facebook, you're driving more traffic into the website. And if the website is optimized, then it's converting more of that traffic. And all of this works together to create a marketing system in the business. You want to imagine a funnel here where you're always in the top of search results because you're doing a good job asking customers for reviews. You're doing a good job driving traffic to your website and converting it so you have more customers in general. And your website works well on the SEO front, the robot side, and on the usability front, so customers have a good experience when they hit your website. That's going to throttle you to the top of the results. Then, because you've optimized your website, more of those people are going to turn into qualified leads. You're going to crank up the excitement for them by sending them targeted Facebook and Instagram ads. You'll also get more buyers entering your ecosystem through Google ads, people that have intent to hire you right now. The best kind of phone call to get is someone who's like, tell me how much and when can you be out? And then last, your new emails and retargeting ads are going to help you sell and upsell your clients, helping you get more revenue out of each one. Increasing your average ticket value, your client lifetime value is one of the best ways to grow your business that a lot of people don't think about. They think about, I got to get new customers in the door, I got to bring new customers in, and they neglect that they're leaving all this money on the table. Even some of the best businesses that I have worked with, spring is when they're closing everything, and they don't necessarily think about, like, well, there's a second chance at weed control and fertilization going into the fall. We need to be upselling aeration when it's a little more immediately a concern. So you're going to get more revenue out of each one and happier clients, right? Because the clients who opt into more of your services, their lawn looks better than people who just hire you for mowing, right? If you're mowing and not doing fertilization and weed control for someone, their lawn's not going to look as good as if you were providing those services. They're going to have a better overall experience with your company, which is going to lead to you being able to ask them for a positive review at the end of the season, mid-season, after a couple services. You're able to go to them and say, hey, have we done a 5-star job? If we have, please leave us a review on Facebook, on Google. That would really help us out. That helps more of your neighbors know about us and creates a more beautiful space for you to live in. And what you should always do in this kind of message to them when you're trying to get a review is, hey, if we have not earned 5 stars from you on Google or Facebook, can you let us know what we could do to make it up to you and get you to 5 stars so that you can feel comfortable leaving that review? That opens up a conversation where you're going to head off problems at the pass. That's going to decrease your attrition, right? If you're talking to people about, hey, if you're having a problem, we want to know about it, we want to fix it, we want to be proactive on this. That's going to make customers feel cared about. They're going to stay longer, and you're going to have an easy opportunity to win someone back and maybe even get a benefit out of having that conversation with them. So, hey, if this system sounds like a lot, I know that there are a lot of moving parts here. There's a bunch of separate videos on the channel that will help you work on each part of the business. But if you focus on these things, these high-level tasks to create a marketing system in your business, you are going to have wild success in the green industry. Everyone that I know that owns a lawn care business or a landscaping business that is 3, 4, all the way up to 7 million and beyond in annual revenue, they are doing all of these things. So you need to implement these in your business if you want to get to that level. And if this sounds like too much for you to do on your own, hey, we are here to help. The way that starts is a free website audit where we go through and we look at that first stage that's going to inform how everything else we would work on for you, how well it works. I would love to go over that with you, do a marketing audit with you, talk to you about what you're currently doing so that we can identify those easy wins and get you on the right track for the fall. Schedule a call with me in the link down below. I would love to talk to you about your business and how we can push you past $1 million all the way up to $7 million. This has been the $7 million marketing system for lawn care and landscaping.